Happy Tuesday. We're back to learning. We're talking about a whole new topic and unit, which is called insects. So for today's question of the day, we kind of touched upon it a little bit yesterday, but I didn't want to get into too many details, is what are the parts of an insect? Remember yesterday I said there were 3 parts of the insect? Well, today we're going to go over those 3 parts and exactly what they mean. And our learning target for today is I can name the 3 main body parts of an insect. I just want to hold this up so you can see where I got that from. Okay, so I remember yesterday I introduced what an insect was to you. And I remember we spoke about it having 6 noses, 6 eyes, 6 legs. Good job if you said legs. 6 legs. And we also said there was another important thing about an insect. It has 1, 2, 3 main body parts. So the scientific names for these body parts, I'm going to go show you on this chart behind me. So 3 body parts to an insect. The first body part to the insect is the head, as seen right here. It's considered the upper part of the body. It features the eyes and the mouth parts, which I didn't draw on this insect, but it would be somewhere in the middle of the eyes, and antennas. And the antennas are for the insects to move around, and they're feelers. Remember, they're on top of your head like this. They're not on your face like a nose. They're up here like this. The antennas to be able to be movable, and they're considered feelers, and they are for smell. So that's how the insect smells things, by his antennas. Good job. So, first part of the body is head, right there. Second part is thorax. It's the middle part of the body, which is right here, contains muscles to move. Muscles to move are also known as legs. And sometimes wings. So not every insect has wings, such as like a butterfly or a bumblebee. They have wings. But does an ant have wings? Have you ever seen an ant flying around? Nope, but it's still an insect because they have the same part. The final part of an insect is called abdomen, which is the lower part of the body. Down here contains the heart and the digestive organs and other organs. So when the insect eats, it digests its food at the bottom part of him. His heart, our heart is located up here. His heart is located down here. And there's other organs that we have in our body that he has in his or her body, also located at the bottom. So the 3 main parts of an insect is head, thorax, abdomen. Head is the upper body part. Thorax is the middle of the body, and abdomen is the lower of the body. So head, thorax, abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen. So now I'm going to show you that sheet yesterday, and this is the reason why I did not fill out the other words. So as you can see, yesterday all I filled out were antennas, legs, and wings, and today I'm going to fill out the word head, which you can see it's pointing to right there, thorax, which is pointing to right there, and abdomen, which is at the bottom. The word's right here, and it's at the bottom. I'm going to have this sheet ready, and I'm going to move a little bit back so you can see. I'm going to take out my red fancy pen again. You can use a pencil, you can use a marker, a crayon, whatever you have at home, as long as it writes. It's perfect. Try to hold your pinchy fingers on it, just like that. You see I'm pinching it now. And I'm going to trace the dots. Try your best to trace the dots. Those dots create letters, and those letters create a word. And then you're writing. How exciting. I wish I got to write with you guys in school this year, but you can write at home, which is even better with your mommies and daddies. So the first one I'm going to do, because the first body part, the first main body part is the head. So I'm going to trace the dots together, make an H, trace the dots to make an E, trace the dots to make an A, and trace the dots to make a D. So as you can see, I I wrote the word head by tracing with my marker, using my pinchy fingers on my marker, and it's pointing right to the head. The next word I'm going to trace is thorax, and then finally I'm going to trace abdomen. So thorax here, abdomen here. So you can try your best at home to write with your mommies and daddies, but it is okay if you cannot do it. You don't have to be upset. You can just try your best, and no matter what happens, it's okay. And I did thorax. Now I'm going to work down to abdomen. Writing sometimes is really hard, and I still make mistakes, and I'm so old, so it's okay if you're having a hard time writing. So here is our paper, and it's finally complete with all of the parts of an insect, but today we are just focused on the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Good job. Okay, so for today's activity, we are going to be making the 3 parts of an insect. Today, what you're going to need is, if you have an egg carton, that would be great. If you don't have an egg carton, maybe if you have a cardboard box, you can cut it into 3 pieces. So for example, I'm going to open up this little egg carton here. It's all clean because I ate all the eggs already. And I'm going to cut 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to cut these 3 pieces out, 1, 2, 3, because this would be my head, this would be my thorax, and this would be my abdomen. So 1, 2, 3. Good job. You're going to need, if you have pipe cleaners, that is the best to use for this project, to use for his legs. And how many would you need? 6. You would need 6. Or you don't need 6 pipe cleaners. You just need some pipe cleaners, and you can cut them up. That could be for his legs. Well, that's my foot, but you get the point. These are my legs. And you can also use the pipe cleaners for what's up here on the insect. He uses them to smell, and they're called kind of like feelers to move around. Antennas. Good job. So you can use pipe cleaners for that too. If you don't have pipe cleaners, because I don't have any more, unfortunately, they're all back in the classroom, I have straws, so I can do the same thing with straws. If you don't have that, no fear, because you can also use construction paper and just cut your pieces out. Okay, so I'll be right back, and I'm going to try to create my insect using the 3 body parts that we just learned about today. Give me a moment, okay? I cut from the egg carton or a cardboard box 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, head, thorax, abdomen. I put all the legs in the thorax. Remember, that's where they go. And I put the antennas at the top of the head. Can you see it? I did not color mine, but when you're done doing this, you can color it. And I found out that pipe cleaners are a lot easier to use than the straws. But if you don't have pipe cleaners, that's okay. You can use the straws. And construction paper is actually the easiest to use because you can just glue that right on perfectly. So remember, the thorax is the middle part of the body that contains muscles to move and sometimes wings. So if you want to make your insect have wings, you can add wings with different material. And the head, which is the top part of the body, features its eyes and mouth part and also the antennas. So that's why I put my antennas at the head. I put my legs at the thorax, and I left my abdomen blank because there's nothing that goes there, at least on an insect. So have fun trying to create your insect, and please take pictures and show me. I'm going to actually go color mine right now because he kind of looks plain and boring, and I think he needs some eyes, maybe a mouth, and maybe some fun colors, you know? So take a picture of when you're done and post it so I can see it on Google Classroom. Miss Santos is also going to tell you more about insects.
So remember the ant that I made from the things that I found in the woods? So today I want to explain the body parts of this ant, or insect. So an insect has 3 body parts. The first is the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. And then they have 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They have antennas, 2 of them, 1, 2, and 2 eyes, 1 and 2. This was so fun to make because I found these pieces, these materials in the woods that you could easily find in a park or your backyard. There's a little bit of glue that I have to cut off, but I don't want to break the leg.